Direct us in this meeting. Direct us to do things that will please you. Every agent of darkness that will come against this meeting, Father Lord, take them away. And allow this meeting to go on. Every of our celebration be with us in Jesus' name.
At this juncture, we want to quickly invite Captain Hart, the 13th, Salabo, here present, to please lead us with the traditional prayer. Traditional prayer, please, to be taken by Chief Hart.
Most revered prerequisite of ancient Bonny Kingdom. I'm standing here to meet you in this new year. You did a lot to revolutionize chieftains in Bonny Kingdom. Brought in a structure that all other kingdoms, other clans are trying their best, trying as they can to copy, to emulate. So we are praising you and thanking you. The wonderful structure that has made for strength, growth, stability in our kingdom. Universities come to copy our model to see what we are doing and how it was done. Thank you. We are riding on the foundation that you created, a very, very solid foundation that has carried this kingdom from 1740 to now. God will continue to bless you. Bless all their descendants. Bless our ruler today sitting on this ancient throne, the throne of his forebears. We are here. Many people are gathered here. Great people and well-wishers are here from all over, from all the chieftains from Brown House are here, from Finima are here, from all other communities are here. We ask you to bless them, all that have come here to participate in what we are doing today. They are all ready. When they come here in safety, they also live here in safety. We've gathered here in love, and love is going to grow. Because nothing else can hold this kingdom together than the love of one another. All that is bringing and will be bringing us in tranquility one with another. We are asking you, our great ancestors, to crush them. harmony in this kingdom. We need happiness because we are losing so much through unhappiness. Through disunity, we are losing so much as a kingdom. We are all in the middle of wealth, in the middle of untold wealth in this world. And there are people that have remained poverty-stricken. It is not the thing that is pleasing to those of us who are in the rulership position of this kingdom today. It is not that the kingdom, a little ancient island kingdom, will be in the middle of untold wealth from all the oil majors that are here, and we are poverty-stricken. Who can ever take that in this world? Yet our people have remained most law-abiding, and we are cooperating. We are continuing to be a peaceful host community to the country and to the world at large. Thank you. Thank you. Now, we've gathered here to protect the throne of King Perikule, to protect the kingdom, to protect and continue to honor King Edward as a individual type of people, but with the level who is sitting on this very, very, very ancient throne today. And he's doing his best to move this kingdom forward. We cannot enumerate all that we are achieving within such a short space of time, 25 years for that matter. And in the midst of all the problems, oppressions, politicking in Nigeria, yes, we are making progress. We have gathered here to see, but we know we have problems. We have problems in Brown House, and we are here to make sure that we join the team to make sure this problem goes. And the way we all gathered here today, this problem will go. Because we are here to do that which is right. That's what we're here to do. The relationship of Captain Hart and Brown Chieftaincy House of Bonny Kingdom, the relationship is very well known. Very well known. Those who pretend not to know this relationship, I don't know where they could be. That relationship started before 1826. Started before 1826. Their son, the only son, they are not the only son, not the only son. Their son, Prince Robert, when later on became King Robert, he was going on handling and inspection of slave ships. And Captain Hart accompanied him, meaning King Robert, on these journeys, on these movements to inspect the slaves that were shipped. And as is well known, inside one of the ships was the son of Bonny. So this, the history was going to be rehearsed, but we are asking that what we are doing, we are pleased with them. They are waiting and give us the strength to overcome our problems, and that will be done by the grace of God. Thank you. Oh, Father, thank you for the soul of confidence to do all our people. Very enemies of progress within and without. Also, this from the left and from the hand, this from the left, and give us the soul. All will be well. Thank you. Thank you.
Please, those who are not just standing and respect the king for coming back from his long journey. At this juncture, we have to admit into our midst the chief-elect and his spouse. Please, may we conduct Mr. Evans Clement Boyo Brown inside, please. Please. Please stop here, off the distance. Please, you can all be seated. Be seated, please. And this juncture permits me to recognize a traditional ruler in our midst, in the person of Chief Eddie from Ogara in Delta State. Please welcome him to our midst. And please, we should all understand that this is a very serious business and want to enjoin all present to put their phones on silent mode, please. If your phone rings here, now, we're going to impound it, and you have to redeem it with some, the traditional way. At this juncture, I want to proceed with the ceremony proper, and I will ask the Secretary of Captain Hart House, the Honorable Valentine Adam Digoni, to please read to this August gathering the letter from Brown House of Finima requesting for the capping and installation of the chief-elect.
Mr. Chiefs, associates, Muso, Brown House, men and women here. Our Honorable Evans Brown House.
If you go back small, can't you get it? If you go back, can't you get it?
Our Honorable here seated, Evans Clement, Boy Brown. Letter from Brown Major House of Finima. Brown House of Bonny Finima Town, Bonny Island. Chief, address to Chief and Head of Captain Hart Chieftaincy House, House of Bonny, Ilisu Square, Bonny Kingdom, dated 17th January 2022. Sir, request for installation to capping of Chief-elect Evans Clement Boye Brown of Boyo Muso Brown House of Finima. We, the undersigned, do right to request for the capping to installation of our Chief-elect Evans Clement Boye Brown, who will be known as Omuso the Ninth. Sir, we are proposing that the date of the event be on or before the end of January 2022. Thank you, sir. Yours faithfully, elders of the house. Elder Barrister Barra Brown, signed. Elder Captain Barra Orwell Brown, signed. Barrister Benedict Orwell Brown, signed. And Mr. Fulo Ewa Brown also signed. Thank you very much.
Please clap for him. This is the genesis of why we're here today. And in keeping with tradition, the Captain Chieftaincy House did not waste any time whatsoever in responding appropriately to that request. And if you permit me, I'll read the response from Captain Hart House. It's dated 17 January 2022 to elders of Branch Chieftaincy House of Finima, Bonny Kingdom. They are elders of Branch Chieftaincy House. Request for installation capping of Chief-elect Evans Clement Brown of Brown House, Finima. We acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 17 January 2022 on the above subject. We of Captain Hart Chieftaincy House are happy with your request, which is very much in keeping with our ancient tradition dating back to 1826, when Omuso was capped Chief of Omuso Brown House on the authority of King Okubo. With the consent of His Majesty King Edward Asimiwil and Dr. Pefo, the third, CON, JP, Pericule the 11th, we accept your request, and please note that you'll be capped in Captain Hart's House of Buhari, Elesu Square, by 4 p.m. on Friday, 21st January 2022, by Chief Regional FB Captain Hart, MON JP Captain Hart the 13th, and thereafter you presented to His Majesty the King for recognition as the country chief of Bonny Kingdom. Signed, Chief Regional Finebita Abi Hart, MON JP Captain Hart the 13th. So we're here, and we're all happy. A joyous occasion, as a matter of fact. It's a joyous occasion. A joyous occasion. Yeah, of course, the Chairman of Council is copied, and His Majesty is also copied of this own response. And in keeping with it, the idea for the capping and installation of their chief-elects. We want to go through memory lane for the abundance of doubt, or for those who don't know, of the long-standing relationship between Captain Hart House and the Brown House of Finima. During the reign of King Fubara, Manala Pepo, Pericule the second, 1754 to 1793, the young man of about 9 years old, called Omuso, the son of Okukwo, who was sold into slavery by his brother, was redeemed by the king about 1792. In line with the tradition of Bonny, monarchs usually went to inspect slave ships at the Bonny port before the sale. While on board one of those ships inspecting the cargo, the young man called and greeted the king in Ibani. Ada, Aminga Imimo, my king, I am here. The king questioned him to know who he was that spoke in Ibani. On realizing that he was son of Po, the king retained him by paying back with 2 slaves to the slave ship and handed him over to Chief Adangohat, Captain Hart I, to care and guide and protect him. Chief Adangohat had always accompanied King Fubara on his rounds of inspection of these ships. Omusu was finally handed over to Chief Captain Hart as a member of Hart's family and fostered to the Minori Hart Burusu, where Omusu stayed till 1826, when he was made Chief Brown by King Okubo, Pericule the 3rd, 1792 to 1828. It is worthy of mention that after he was made a chief, the Hart House, under the instruction of King Okubo, sent some members of Hart House to take him to Finima to protect him from further attacks by his brothers. That's the genesis of the Minori Heart House Burusu in Finima today. They have a stool in this heart house. The last informant was Taliban. He was attending this cabinet meeting until he passed on, and we all trooped to Finima and gave him a befitting burial. That stool is still vacant till date. From thence on, it is the practice that a chief brand must be carved, installed, and presented to the king, amenable, by a chief of heart house or his representative. For instance, on Saturday, 9th May 1970, Chief Josiah Emmanuel Ikoli Hart carved Chief Barrister Israel Idamiebi Brown as chief and head of Brown House. The documents and signatories to that event are here. Please, can I have a copy of that document? Yeah, so when we saw some reports from Christina reports, a man we respect so much in this kingdom, in the person of Randolph Brown, coming on air to tell the world that it's never happened. It's really a disgrace, a shameful thing that the title season of this kingdom can come on air and tell the world that Captain had never capped Chief Brown before. It is the height of insubordination. It's the height of disloyalty to His Majesty. So I here want to read to you a document that was signed by Chief Josiah Ikoli Hart in 1970. Installation of Chief Israel Idamiebi Brown, the successor of Boyamuso Brown House of Finima, dated 9th day of May 1970. And he reads, by virtue of my office as the accredited head of Chief of Heart Major House, with the unanimous knowledge and consent of the majority members of Heart Major House, Bonny, we stand here in the name of Boyamuso and his successors of blessed memory, and on behalf of the majority members of Boyamuso Brown House of Finima, install Mr. Israel A. Idamiebi Brown, the successor of Boyamuso House of Finima, Bonny, this 9th day of May, 1970, signed Chief Ikoli Hart. Those who care can take this document for your keep. Attached to it is the program of the installation ceremony. And for the benefit of all, this is how the program went that day, just as we're here today. This, today we'll have a program of event. That's how they had it in 1970. And he reads, program of installation of Mr. Israel Idamiebi Brown to the chair of late Chief Boyamuso House, Finima Bonny. 1, 11 a.m. The candidate sits outside the frontage of the main house with his principal members surrounding him and invites and invitees sitting under a shade provided. Chief Hart with his principal members arrive at the premises of the main house. 3, reading of letter by members of Brown House requesting and appointing the candidate to succeed Boyamuso Brown House. 4, reading of the reply by the candidate accepting the members' request. 5, oral confirmation of the appointment and acceptance by both parties. 6, the candidate coming forward for installation with his principal members behind him. 7, installation by Chief Hart with his principal members behind him. 8, conducting the initiative into the parlor of the main house by an elder among the members and candidates received at the door by Chief Hart and sits him on Boyamuso chair. Chief Hart sits him on Boyamuso chair. They sang a hymn, Hymnal Companion 366, prayer by Chief E. Jamaica Allison, admonition by Messrs. A. Simon Hart and Chief F. Phineal Abraham Hart, response by the Chief and merriment, signed by Chief Hart, dated 9th of May, 1970. This is history. Thank you.
Honorable.
Well,
Oh boy,
there
I
is
been
a
do one for you.
pronouncement that was made in 1952 by the last king of this kingdom in the person of His Majesty Captain Okwada Secondus Tepu to regulate the tent regarding the relationship between the houses in Finima and Hart House. And I invite the Secretary of the House, Ambassador of Valentine, and Goni, to please read this statement by the Amadapu of Bonny. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Office of the Amadapu of Bonny, all protocols to your statement by the Amadapu of Bonny. There are 3 autonomous chieftaincy houses in Finima, namely Brown, Tobin, and Atomic. The chiefs of these 3 houses are equal. None is under the other. And each of them have a seat and 1 vote in the Bonny Chiefs Council. Finima was founded by Toro Kobo, a distant a direct ancestor of Chief S.O. Joey. Toro Kobo begat Bible, who begat David, who begat Onbo, who begat Awanta. Awanta founded Tobin House and was its first chief. He was a very powerful Juju priest, and so troubled early Europeans traders that they tricked him and deported him. He was succeeded by his son, Ojo Juju Itumangibo Tobi, who was in turn succeeded by Abraham Sunday Tobi, and so on to the present Chief Samuel Orunabo Tobi. One of the followers of Torokobo who came with him to Finima was Sono. Sono brought Onyasola, who brought Yingelo, Wolu, and his son, Uku from Okreka to Finima. Uku was renamed War begat War Bulu, Tari of Omusu, and Bebe Orobo Omusu, who was the youngest son, was sold into slavery by his elder brothers. While he was on the slave ship, he saw King Fuma, who was visiting and Captain Hart in company of Adambo Hart. He called out to them and was redeemed by the king, who handed him over to Hart to care for. The king gave 2 slaves in exchange for young Omusu. Omusu grew up in Hart House, and on the order of the king, Omusu returned to Finima under the protection of Chief Hart, where he founded the Brown House. Following this incident of history, the Chief of Brown House is always presented to the Chief's Council for recognition by the Chief of that house. Whereas the Chief of Tobin House and Attorney House come direct to the Chief Council for recognition. Awanta and Omusu, the founder of Tobin House and Brown House, respectively, are sons of the same mother, but of different fathers. None is subject to the other. Attorney House was founded by Dobo, a wealthy son of Amayin of Sono line. Dobo begat Kiribo begat Kiriye Abo Pre. Proteins are wrong, are not too clear, but take me as a shilling. Kwakiri Okubo begat Mark Attorney, who the last installed chief. Chief Hart. Chief Mark begat Chief Simeon Mark Attorney begat Simeon Attorney, who the incumbent head of Attorney House. As at the time, this letter was written 1982. The idea of demanding 100 naira or 200 naira to be paid before any family stages a play in the town square is strange to me. It is not part of Bonny native law and custom, of which, together with the chiefs, I am custodian. Neither in Bonny town nor in any of the surrounding villages has this ever been the custom. It is only in Brown House we are observing this new trend. I have already said the three houses are autonomous. Finima is part of Bonny, and the chiefs of the three houses in Finima each has one seat and one vote in Bonny Chiefs, in the Bonny Council of Chiefs. If any of them is at all considered subservient, it will not be the jury or the attorney, but Brown, because their chief cannot come direct to the Chiefs Council for recognition, but be brought to the council by the Hart House chief. Also by history, Tobin is of the direct line of the founder of Finima, while Brown is of the line of one of the rulers of the frontiers. However, history and providence have contrived to bring out Omusu and Awanta from the same womb, and therefore their children are cousins, none being superior to the slave of the other, nor subject to the control of the other in any way. Signed, His Royal Highness Captain O.S. Pepper, Pepper 11, Amadapu of Grand Court. Thank you. Sorry, computer never did that, so they get a service.
Thank you. Please give me a round of applause. It's not easy reading from all typewriters. This is something that was done before the onset of computers and all that. So we're making progress. You see, the people are writing all kinds of history. In fact, today on a particular platform, I had to debunk some falsehood being peddled. That falsehood was that while Ibani people were settling on this island, the Abalama people and the Yanko who were settling at Finima. And then after some time, according to the writers, the Abalama people were driven away. They went and settled in Bonny Kingdom. And then they said, after some time, the Yanko people split into two, and one part of them went to Bonny Kingdom. One part remained, according to them, being the present-day Finima. I now asked them, who drove away the Abalama people? Who drove away the Yanko people? The truth of the matter is that because of the superiority of the Bonny Kingdom from time immemorial, they made life uninhabitable for those settlers in that, and all of them left. They all left. So the present settlers of Finima till date are those who were deployed there by the king himself. Because after the Abraham left, the Yankoku left, and they went into Bonny Kingdom to settle. They're no longer part of kingdom. That Finima axis was empty. The king deployed people to go and stay there. And that's why they are there. So anybody telling any other story is falsehood. They talk about Congo. Who is Congo? Where is Congo from? I can't understand. In fact, we have a lot of work to do in this kingdom. Because if you follow the internet, you see some tombstones that were unveiled somewhere in Finima. And they wrote all kinds of rubbish history. At the appropriate time, those tombstones were put in this kingdom by God's grace. On that note, I want to quickly invite the Brown House members who are here to come forward and formally present their chief-elect to Captain Hart for capping. The elders. Please, press and give them to the elders of Brown House. Please come forward.
Please, go back to you. Please come. Please, right there.
Who will speak for your behalf? Who will speak? Who will speak? Oh, you, okay.
You're teaching those history.
Is that Bara?
Yeah, I'm Barabra Esquire. Don't believe Barabra. I'm Barabra Esquire.
My brother's classmate. I didn't recognize this. It's been ages.
How can you recognize me? You don't get ask for your friends.
You're welcome. Okay, so please.
Look at the mic.
I think it's also your classmate, sir. Elder Brother Brand is a classmate, right? Oh, yes. Okay, thank you. So my brother's classmate.
I greet my friend.
Thank you.
We are here to present we are here to present our chief-elect. The problem we have is that with the problem of age. My brothers, Sadiwa Alwell Brown, Captain Alwell Brown, and his post. So I've been mandated to do the investigation and Captain and do all what is necessary for the good of our homeland.
Well, as many of you, as I can see many Brown House members here, heavily led by Barrister Bara Oliver Brown Esquire. Before we proceed further, it is customary that we put the questions to you all to confirm that Evans is the person you want to be the chief of Brown House. So my chief, sir, chairman of council, chief, assistant chief, vice chairman of council, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please, I want to put the appropriate questions to them. Members of Brown House here present, do you confirm that Evans Clement Warren Brown is your chief elect?
Yes.
We didn't hear you. We didn't hear at all.
Yes.
Members of Brown House, wait, I'm going to put the question 3 times. Do you confirm to us here present, before all and sundry, before God and man, that Evans Clement Warren Brown is your chief elect?
Yes.
One more time. Tell the whole Bonny Kingdom, tell the whole world, all media, today, that Evans Clement Warren Brown is your chief elect.
Yes.
You are saying, you are saying that on the road.
Take your seat, take your seat.
Thank you.
Chief elect, please, be your stand. My Salabo, just as Chief Igwe did in 1970, we also want you and Chief elect to append their signatures to this installation document, and then after that, you will now proceed to cap and install it. Okay, sorry. Okay, let him sign the document first. You sign before you. Well, the document we want you to sign is a very simple document. It reads thus: installation of Mr. Evans Clement Warren Brown, the successor of Muso Brown House of Finima Amadapu, the 21st day of January 2022. By virtue of my office as the accredited head of Chief of Captain Hart's Chieftaincy House, with the unanimous knowledge and consent of majority members of Captain Hart Major Chieftaincy House of Bonny, we stand here in the name of Muso and the successors of blessed memory, and on behalf of the majority members of Muso Brown House, Finima Bonny, install you, Mr. Evans Clement Warren Brown, the successor of Muso House, Finima Bonny, this 21st day of January 2022. Please, you will sign this document for us before. Okay. Please, Chief Elector, you can go and sit by the right-hand side of the Chief Hat. I think at this point in time, we may want to bring the cap on the table for the whole world to see. I'm not celebrating. I help that you bring the cap. Elder Barrister Barra Brown and the elders of Brown House, please come and formally present the cap to Chief Hat. I think I'm going to make way for them. You have the right of floor. You can make a statement.
Formally,
Thank you very much. Thank you. Go back to your seat, please. Go back to your seat. As tradition demands, some peaceful members of House are present. Please join our chief in capping Chief Brown. Secretary of House, I'm asking for Valentine Igoni, I'm open for Claxton Alexa. I'm open for Amiria Hat. Please, can you join Chief Hat? Amiria. My chief, sir. I think you have the floor now.
Thank you. Thank you. High points of what to come for today. And with the kind, my chairman is here, my vice chairman is here of council. With the kind consent of His Majesty the King, King Edward II, William Sapa Pep, very president of ancient Bonny Kingdom, amiable and natural loving the kingdom of ours. And the traditional authority, vested in me as the chief of Captain Hart Major House of Brown Bonny. And with the blessing of God Almighty, amen, I install and put this cap and my members of my elders council now cap you on this 21st day of January 2022.
Who is wearing the hand split? It's better hide it Thank you very much. We have to proceed. We have to proceed. Please, all the congratulatory messages should wait. Let's finish the formal aspect of this ceremony. We have plenty of time to do that. On the program, we have admonition from my humble self and from the Secretary of the House. But I think I've spoken enough. So if anybody, any senator, any title citizen, or anyone is an Apple want to say something, I'd like to give them the mic. So we take just 2 admonitions from the floor. Anybody who wants to say something, please raise your hand.
My right chief of the council have been had the transit. My dear chairman of council, I wish you well, sir. Vice chairman of council, brand new, very vibrant, erudite, family in Jesus' name. It's a quick one. Today, I'm privileged to be part of history making. I've read through all these that have been said here. And I thank God that you are doing with your elders the right thing to be done. All I can say is to thank the Captain Hart House, chief, the elders, and indeed yourself and elders of the Grand House. May God continue to keep Bonny Kingdom in peace. Nothing by the grace of God that will scatter Bonny Kingdom. And God will make progress in Jesus' name.
Any other person thought to say something? I want to say something. Okay, please.
My brother Salabosa, and very live and resisting protocol. My dearest friend and brother, Honorable Evans Clement, Boy Brown, I congratulate you. It is not easy for the steps you've taken in the face of all the battles that we know. But the present is greater. The first step for a million miles is just put your foot forward, and then you have done that. If you don't have thoughts, you won't do it. I also want to congratulate my garden, the elders, and more importantly, also say thank you to Alamota. You know, they have 90% of our decisions. If they say no, not you. Thank you, madam, for saying yes. The law in front is great, but we are leader. So we must surmount no matter what they do. Be steadfast. There will be some rocky times, but that will strengthen you to go forward. They say the darkest hours are the early hours of the night. God bless you. God keep you. Give you all the neighborhood. And nobody that wishes Bonny Kingdom evil will survive Bonny Kingdom. Amen. And may God, in His infinite mercies, put all those who do not want us to have peace in the hands of people that will never forgive them. So that they will taste what they want us to taste. God bless us all. I do not have to continue to grow. Saraba, Regina, my local chief, will continue to make strides and history. And I will soon celebrate the 30 years. Louder than we did the other one. God bless you. Adam Buware. Adam Buware.
Association! Association! Association!
We will start the Adam for you because the name is Adam. Well, at this juncture, they say to whom much is given, much is expected. So we want to hear from Wayalabo. It remains Wayalabo chief elect until it's presented to the Amabo in council. And well, I'm sure you'll be duly notified when that will take place. This juncture, please, Wayalabo Evans Clement, you speak to us.
Chairman of Council, my highest regards to Deputy Vice Chairman of Council, greetings from me, my family, you all this evening. All elders of the house, bigger house, present here, I bring greetings to all of you. Righteous citizens, here also, I bring greetings to you all. The women group, you are not left out. The great youth of Captain House, Major House, you also not left out. I thank God, one that has given us life to see this day, the one that has made it possible for this event to take place in this Captain House, Major Dupuyo. We've heard so much history this evening, and I won't bore us going that way. But what I want to tell us all here is that this relationship today will continue to grow. Amen. That this relationship today is a relationship that some years ago, when we look back when we started, we all will be grateful to God Almighty for the wisdom, strength He has given each and every one of us. Because we can do nothing without Him. And there is nothing that happens that takes God by surprise. He has predestined this day. And He knows that this day, what I love, Evans, Clement, Boy, Drama, will be installed at Captain in this house. So I want to thank each and every one of us that has made this possible. Today opens another new page in the history of Bonny Kingdom. The history that we all have all collectively agreed to build and move Bonny Kingdom forward under His Majesty, the King, to talk, celebrate it in heaven, and the natural ruler of Bonny Kingdom. One has seen that this capital installation is done. I want you please to join me and give a rousing applause to His Majesty. I was ready. I want to thank each and every one of us. I want to ask a simple request.
Everyone, please remember me in your prayers. This is just the beginning of the struggle and the battle. And I know that with God Almighty, nothing shall be impossible. We have conquered and we will continue to conquer. To the glory of God. Thank you and God bless you.
My Honorable and Chairman of Council, the Salafia President, ladies and gentlemen. The next item actually is the closing prayer, but I think we have not toasted matches. I don't know whether we can introduce that toast briefly, because the ingredients for the toast are present. So it's only fair that we toast to the health of our new chief elect and to the health of all the distinguished persons here present. So on that note, I want to ask the creator of the house, Samokus and Boklastin, Alexat, and the youth, please just bring the glasses out here, bring the choice drinks, to have some Glenfiddich and some special commands here. So for Salah figure to charge their glasses, and those also that the glasses can reach, charge their glasses. You know, when chiefs are present, they can drink on your behalf. And then you can pass the glasses to the Brown House members here present. These are our guests. Then some seniors that will soon be behind me here. Let me have water. I want to drink water first. Taste. Water first. If they hold you, tell them so can you back up? I hope my son is here on charge glasses. Well, today is a special day to the glory of God. and to the prosperity, progress, and long life of our new elect, and to the progress of the relationship between Hart House and Brown House, and to the progress of Bonny Kingdom. Cheers to you. Cheers. Check on us.
You want your life? Huh? No, we work it is a one. Now, closing prayer, they want to.
Open the doors, please. Open the doors. Draw the blinds. Let's have some light. Open the doors, please.
No, we need that. Now, closing prayer, they want to. They don't finish. Yeah, don't finish. Everything don't finish. Yeah, yes. Don't finish.
What now remains to be done just to say the closing prayer?
Closing prayer.
Who is touching spirit here?
Up and down.
Who give us the closing prayer?
With this one, this camera, okay.
Well, we're still going to want a closing prayer, formal closing prayer. If nobody is ready, can we please be upstanding and take the doxology together? Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all praise from the earth. Praise Him, all the heavenly hosts. Praise God and Son and Holy Ghost. Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please, those who have, okay, we'll take photographs outside.
Yes.
Photographs. And after that, those who are interested can stay back and refresh with us. We'll have some drinks and some little refreshments. So, what I've done is it's a great gift for us and eat and drink. So, let's
Watch your fan. Right, you go cut your fan. Oh, yeah. Outside.
Don't worry, deaconess was deaconess.
You want to put that music? Increase them, eh? Increase them well. Loud, very loud.
The synthetic man. I greet you, man.
Hey, get out.
Sir, sir, is they are coordinating the line.
Okay.
Please, let's go now. Let's go. Let's go.
Please go back. You're into the camera.
Hello, sir. Bros.
Everybody enter, huh?
Yes.
Enter the brown house. Please join.
No, I'm not taking away. Wait now. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Thank you. I think this is all we can take for now. See you probably the day of the presentation to His Majesty at the palace. God bless you. See you. Bye-bye.